Hey Aries, how are we today? I'm just doing our weekly reading. This week we're just doing a bit of a what do you need to know, what's coming out, any important messages, all that sort of stuff. Keeping it casual this week. Summer is just sort of really hit in over here in Australia, so it's been a very sort of hot, muggy kind of week. So just super casual this week. So just forgive me. In the next couple of months you will probably notice that I am like melting, but it does get really hot over here in Australia, and it's like muggy hot. It's a different kind of hot. All right, it's a super muggy, really gross, sticky kind of hot. So but we have had a few 40-degree days this week already, so yay. I'll let you know as well, please keep us. My goodness, my words today. Sorry, Aries. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. Keep an eye on the channel in the coming up to Christmas. We will be doing some sort of Christmas themed messages and all that sort of stuff for everybody as well. Some exciting stuff happening in the next few months over here. So keep an eye on that all. Today we're going to be using the Jester Lenormand. We do have the zodiac run through happening today as well, so we'll see how you're interacting with other zodiac signs. We're using the Soul Connection When Two Hearts Meet deck for that. And starting off today, an oldie but a goodie. I haven't used this for a while. A guide for the advanced soul, a book of insight. All right, so we're going to start off with an insight, a quote for you today, Aries, and see what how that relates to what's going on for you. Okay, Aries. All right. I've actually got both of these today for you. So the first one, nice short little one. Let There Be More Joy and Laughter in Your Living by Eileen Caddy from God Spoke to Me. Let there be more joy and laughter in the way that you're living your life, Aries. You're being a bit too serious maybe about some things. You're taking things a bit too much to heart and not enjoying yourself, not allowing joy and laughter to really have their hold in your life. We also have the most effective way to achieve right relations with any living thing is to look for the best in it and then help that best into the fullest expression. That's by J. Allen Boone, Kinship with All Life. So yeah, the most effective way to have good relationships is to look for the best in it and then help bring out the best in that. If you find that there's something in your life that you are only seeing the worst in and you only keep getting the worst and the worst from that thing, maybe looking, or that person, maybe looking for the best in that thing or person and really pulling that out to the forefront rather than that. So once again though, with that joy and laughter in the way that you're living your life. So looking for the best in things and finding a way to be joyful and free with those things to bring them to their full expression. Okay, Aries. Aries, what's going on for our Aries? What does Aries need to know this week? Okay, pretty straightforward, connecting straight back to that joy and laughter in the way that you're living your life here. Firstly, we have the child energy. Okay, so that's all about that free expression, that joyfulness, that playfulness, that sense of adventure towards life. Even if things are going wrong, having that sense of playfulness and innocence, naivety towards the fact that, do you know what, things might be going wrong, but you know what, I'm like a little child, bringing out your inner child and being like, but do you know what, anything could happen next, anything could happen from here. It's all this brand new adventure and I'm excited to just get into it and see what comes from that. Okay, so it really does talk about releasing that inner child version of yourself that, you know, sees the beauty in everything, sees the potential for amazement and wonder in everything around you. Okay, so the way that you're looking at life, you know, needing to, you know, bring in that playful, adventurous spirit a little bit more, Aries. Be a bit more innocent and hopeful, optimistic about things, because we do next have the moon energy. All right, so that's all about your emotions. So being very innocent with your emotions and really embracing, you know, that whole idea of, you know, absolutely anything could happen. Like, you think about a child and they see a locked door, and, you know, as an adult, we look at that locked door and we go, oh, I better not, you know, I can't go there because, you know, it's locked for a reason. But a child sees that locked door and they go, ooh, I've got to get in there. There must be something good. If that door is locked to me, there must be something good in there. I want to see what it is. And they will, you know, see it as an adventure to try to work out how to get into that room and see what's in there. Even if it's, you know, ends up just being an empty room, they see that as a blank slate, a chance to have everything. It could be Narnia on the other side of that door, and you know, you sort of needing to emotionally embrace that sort of vibe a little bit more at the moment, Aries, and really, you know, stop being so sensitive with your emotions. I feel here with that moon coming through. Follow your intuition as well, comes through, very important. Your dreams and your intuition are very important with the moon card there. So you may be having some interesting dreams at the moment that are trying to lead you in the right direction, that are trying to, you know, give you a little bit more positivity and optimism, about the way that things are going for you at the moment, Aries, and really needing to listen to that intuition and that positivity coming through from, you know, whether that's your dreams in your sleeping dreams, or whether that's, you know, the things that you dream about achieving in life, having that optimism to reach for the stars kind of energy with those, you know, those fantasies that you feel like it might be just a fantasy, but, you know, really, you know, being very adventurous, spirited with that. That, do you know what, even if it is a fantasy, do you know what, my fantasies can definitely come true. Who knows, I can be anything when I grow up. I can be whatever I want to be when I grow up. All right, but we also have the flowers. Okay, so that's a really giving kind of energy, giving the most of anything, giving into your intuition. I feel for you, Aries, really listening to that intuition and following your heart, and what your heart is trying to guide you towards, really listening to that and giving to that, giving energy, time, love to the things that you do want to receive time, love, energy from. All right, so for some of you, this may be asking you to just give a little bit more to that person, to that thing, whether it be time, love, or energy, or otherwise. You know, it's that in order to receive, we do need to give. It's a very reciprocal energy. It can also talk about an actual gift as well. I want to get some clarity cards for these as well. So we'll have a look when we see the clarity if that may actually be representing an actual, you know, look, a little present. Coming up to Christmas, you never know. You may already be sort of starting to do your Christmas shopping and be picking out gifts for people and whatnot as well. But we'll have a look. Okay, clarify the moon card for our Aries, please. And clarify the flowers for Aries, please. I think we know what that child card was all about. It was that, you know, let there be more joy and laughter in your living, the way that you're living your life. Be more joyful. All right. And just one more. I've got to, what does that lead to, please? Well, actually, hang on. Sorry, just trying to get an intuitive read on those particular clarifier there. Please clarify that flowers. One more card, please. Why? Okay. All right. Okay, so when it comes to the moon energy there, the following your intuition, listening to your dreams and your emotions as well, all right, following those emotions, being more happy in those emotions, we do see the key, all right, so opening yourself up to expressing more positive emotions is actually going to open more opportunities for you. It's going to unlock all those doors that may be locked. You know, we did say there with that child energy that a child sees a locked door and they just want to open it. And we see you here about to open those doors for yourself to find out what's on the other side. And with the key energy, what is on the other side of those doors for you, Aries, is success. And it's really opening yourself up to those emotions and the positive emotions, looking for the best in things and really finding the brand new opportunities that are leading you to success with these things. All right. So and having those dreams fulfilled, you know, on the other sides of those doors with success, we do see those dreams will be, you know, coming true. Even if they feel like it's total fantasy, it's that childlike fantasy of, you know, this may feel like it's totally unachievable, but do you know what, you think about it in the right way, you manifest it in the right correct way with that positivity and optimism, all of a sudden you're opening that door up and you're going, wow, I kind of want to say fairies are real. I found that fairy on the other side of that door. I've opened this door to fairyland, and here's this fairy. You know, I just feel like for some reason that's relevant to somebody there, that there's a fairy on the other side of that door. I can't really talk, right? I am show crazy fairy, right? So sometimes I'm that fairy on the other side of that door, going a bit cray, but you know, in a light-hearted kind of way. But with that flowers energy, all right, so that giving and receiving, that reciprocal kind of energy, we do see firstly the scythe, which that kind of left me a little bit confused, because this can kind of go two ways. It's either talking about an unexpected change, but I feel for you, Aries, that this is you sort of breaking away from something, breaking away, you know. It's kind of actually letting you know that there's something that you have been giving to, or that, you know, it's because it's reciprocal. Okay, it's maybe one-sided. There may be something one-sided around you that you're breaking away from. You may have been giving to this, you may have been receiving from this, but you're kind of breaking away from that energy. It's kind of letting us know that it's okay to break away from that, and to kind of, I feel like for some of you, this is stop giving to that person or thing. You're kind of making a clear choice here, a decision. There's a decision for a lot of you. You know, I feel like maybe it's a decision of what or who am I going to give to exactly. Like, am I going to keep giving to this person that I have been giving to, or am I going to break free from that and choose a slightly different direction here? The road really does talk about, choosing which direction you're going to go in here. Where exactly do you feel you want to give your time, your love, your energy? Do you need to break free from something in order to, choose a different path and give your energy to something different? But I do feel that for a lot of you, this is you actually, it's kind of, you've got this, I'm just sort of intuitively getting here that, with that child and that moon card, that you've got this specific fantasy, Aries, that your brain will, you keep telling yourself that it's just a fantasy, that this is not going to happen, that it's just a fantasy. But, we are seeing that you're opening the door to that, which is, in a way, it is kind of choosing a new direction, which is going to lead you to that fantasy coming true. So I do feel as though the current stuff in your life, that whether that be a person or a thing, the current thing that you are giving to here. If you were to break away from that and choose a different direction, choose that other person, you know, you will actually have that fantasy come true. So I'm getting it coming through in that manner, especially when, you know, when I've got extra clarity on that. We do see the heart. So your heart knows what you want. Your heart knows what direction you do truly need to be going in. And you may need to break away from something that is currently giving you time, love, energy, that you are currently giving time, love, energy to. You may actually need to break away from that. You know, it's just feeling as though, you know, it may just be, you know, it's a direction, but it's kind of maybe a detour to where your heart truly wants you to be. So I do feel as though this current thing that you're finding yourself in is kind of a detour to where your heart is asking you to, you know, what path your heart is asking you to follow here. I do feel that for a lot of you, you know, they're, and that's probably why we're seeing the emotions a bit stirred up here, because, you know, you are a bit concerned that maybe the path that you're on right now is the right one, and the fantasy is the wrong path. But I'm seeing pretty clearly that this fantasy is what your heart is truly desiring here. This thing that, you know, it feels maybe a little bit out of reach, but it's definitely not out of reach with that key there. You know, that if you open yourself up to start taking those steps down this new path for yourself, Aries, that you will have that success on the other side there. So I do feel as though there's this element coming through here of asking you to, you know, really think about what you're giving yourself to at the moment, and maybe do you need to break away from that in order to follow a brand new path that actually, you know, leads to love and success and these fantasies coming true here, Aries. So it does feel as though there is something pretty deep going on here, Aries, but it all starts with you embracing your inner world, your, you know, finding the things that make you truly happy. You know, we see the heart there and choosing your heart. So, you know, really following that inner child that wants to be loved and wants the best for yourself, and staying optimistic and positive, and seeking that joy within yourself. You deserve to have that, okay, Aries? But we'll have a look at the zodiac run through. That maybe give us a bit of an idea of who we're dealing with here, Aries, what we're dealing with here. All right, because this is, you know, how you're interacting with other zodiac signs. And I do feel like for a lot of you that this is related to a person, or may even be two people here. You know, one that you're currently giving time, love, energy to, and then the one that your heart is telling you as well. But your heart is telling you something different to what's current in your life, I feel. Okay, Aries. Aries dealing with Aries. Heart. Okay, so you begin to feel your heart beat faster when you are close. So, you know, this is talking about you, Aries. You know what makes your heart beat faster. You know. You know, Aries, listen to your heart. Listen to your own heart, Aries. Whatever that is for you, listen to that. Okay. Aries dealing with Taurus. Aries dealing with Taurus. Love. Love conquers all. Okay, so a lot of love with the Taurus. Okay. I'm getting though for a lot of you that's not romantic love. That's platonic love with this Taurus. Aries dealing with Gemini. Aries dealing with Gemini, please. Connection. Your connection is eternal and unbreakable, all right? Aries, dealing with Cancer. Aries, dealing with Cancer. Commitment. Commitment is an important factor to achieve a successful relationship. So, and keeping in mind, guys, that the way that we're interacting with other signs, it can talk about your other placements as well. So if you do have a strong, Cancer placement, I'm just sort of intuitively feeling there that, commitment to yourself and commitment to what you truly want. It keeps coming back through to that following your heart stuff. But, for some of you, there may be a Cancer that you are committing to in some form. All right. Leo, Aries, dealing with Leo. Signs. Watch out for the signs leading you to true love. Universe is trying to show you something about this Leo. All right. And what? Virgo. Sorry, I just keep checking my list so I know where I'm up to. Virgo, Aries dealing with Virgo, please. Moment. Think of a special moment that brought you much joy with your partner. Okay, so memories between you and this Virgo, somehow important. For others of you, this may be a friend connection. We do see the coffee mug and the holding hands there. I do feel for some of you that may be a friend and thinking through some positive memories with friends. Okay. Aries, dealing with Libra. Power. The power of love is like a magnet drawing souls together. So a strong sense of attraction and passion towards Libra. Aries, dealing with Scorpio. Cupid. This is a new person, okay? Love is in the air when Cupid's around. So there may be a Scorpio, around you at the moment. Cupid might strike. I feel like that's for an Aries who's currently not connected to anyone. There may be a Scorpio on the horizon. Aries, dealing with Sagittarius. 1111. 1111 is an important number for twin flames. It symbolizes the harmony and balance of soul counterparts. So this week when I've been getting the 1111 card, it does actually feel, not so much twin flames, but soul counterparts in the sense of, platonic connections. So someone that balances you out, someone, finding balance with a Sagittarius, okay? Aries, dealing with Capricorn. Aries, dealing with Capricorn, please. Embrace. Embrace what destiny has in store for you. Some of you, this may be related to what we're seeing in your main reading, because if you look at that card there, it is two children hugging. So I feel like for some of you, embracing your inner child with this Capricorn. Embrace what destiny has in store for you. Okay, Aries, dealing with Aquarius. Guilt. Don't let guilt get in the way of happiness. So either you or this Aquarius may have some guilt toward each other or toward... I feel like for some of you, the person that you are needing to break away from may be an Aquarius, and don't let guilt hold you back, all right? Okay. Aries, dealing with Pisces. Attraction. Divine soul counterpart attraction transcends superficiality. So there may be some, I'm just feeling that with this Pisces, there may be an element of superficiality and worrying about that. But, that attraction does really beat that out of the the field for you there. So we are seeing that your relations with pretty much all the signs are pretty good there, Aries, today. So I'm definitely getting quite a lot of platonic energy coming through in those interactions as well, though. So, but we do, like I said, sometimes that shows us our other placements and how we're interacting with ourselves as well. So keep that in mind for some of those signs there with whatever your signs are. I'm finding everyone's moon signs to be very strong this week as well, which is not usually the case until a bit closer to the full moon, but they are quite strong this week. It's probably because we're heading up to retrograde, okay? Does have a way of bringing things around like that, doesn't it? Okay, well, please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. I hope there was something in that message for you, Aries. Feel free to leave a comment and let me know. But hopefully I'll see you all again soon.